Want to do Sycamore shows.
Six more?
Sycamore
Sycamore?
shows. An old Civil War banjo tune.
Wonderful.
I learned off my uncle Will Keys,
Okay.
two-finger banjo.
Right. This is Jerry Keys playing the
I
big
didn't know he
band.
was your uncle. I've got his record.
Jerry, how did you get started playing? I mean, your earliest exposure to banjo and the beginnings of your playing?
Well, my uncle played, of course, Will Keys.
Yes.
Played two-finger, but back in that day, he was playing some three-finger too, you know. He told me, he said, I was really playing two-finger. He said, I just throwing that other finger in. Because he didn't try to copy Earl or anything like that.
Right.
And he and my dad would get together on the weekends and play. My dad played fiddle some, played
Okay.
guitar.
Now, here in the Knoxville area? do
No,
you-
up in East Tennessee.
Up in
This
East?
is not East Tennessee. We live in East Tennessee, up
Okay.
next to Virginia, North Carolina,
Okay.
up part of Tennessee.
So
And,
that's where you were born and,
oh, yeah.
and raised?
Johnson City, Bristol.
Yes.
Kingsport area.
Okay.
And they would play, and we would listen a lot. And of course, I remember growing up, we had a little suitcase record player, you know.
Yes.
And Dad had a lot of old 78s, and he liked Lester and Earl, had a lot of Lester and Earl records, had some Reno and Smiley 78s, and Merle Travis. He loved Merle Travis, my dad did. We listened to him some. And then from that, I just got interested in wanting to try to learn to play.
Yes.
And my uncle would work with me a little bit, show me some chords and different things.
Were you listening to much radio at that point in time?
Or
Or was it more records?
Not a lot of radio, but I did watch Lester and Earl on Saturday evenings.
Yes.
There was a series of shows like Lester and Earl and Porter Wagner, I think, maybe Wilburn Brothers, and then we had another local group, fairly local, that Bonnie Little Buster show, and of course I'd watch all of that. And then after I did start picking a little bit, there was a guy in our part of the country named Bud Rose.
Yeah.
And he was a real good banjo player.
Yes.
He could have played with whoever, if he,
Yeah, Buddy Roses.
yeah. And,
Special.
I never could afford, you know, we couldn't really afford lessons, but I'd hang around Buddy and he'd show me stuff,
Mhm.
you know. And he'd tell me where I was going wrong a lot of times, you know. He'd say, no, you don't want to do that. But anyway, and then it just grew from that, you know, just to love the music and,
Now, would that have been mid to late 1950s?
no, I'm not that old.
Okay.
Give me a break here.
Okay.
I was born in '52,
Okay.
so I'm 65.
Well, okay, well, you and I are the same age.
You know, all
So
those
I'm
shows,
talking-
that, all
So
those
early-
shows that you talked about.
early
when I was
mid-sixties
in
then.
college in Athens, Ohio, we got all that on cable. Same shows. I
Yeah.
watched the same stuff.
Right.
Same. It was Flat and Scruggs, and then Porter Wagoner, and then I think
Wilburn Brothers, probably.
Bonnie Little Buster and the Wilman.
Now, what month were you born in?
January
Okay, well, see, you're much older than I.
What day?
23rd.
I was born 30th.
What year?
I'm 40.
Oh, yeah.
there you go. I was born on March 3rd, 1952.
I was old when Bert was in
Oh,
bed.
52?
Yeah.
Good year.
Yeah,
Good
great
These
year.
guys were youngsters.
Let's see.
Play another one for us.
What am I playing on here, Gary?
That's 116-5. It's a litter mate to Scott Street's Wanda and JD's 20 hole. JD's is -3 and Wanda's -4.
I was disappointed because Robbie Boone wasn't able to make it, and I was hoping that he would be here along with Wanda, because I had not seen that banjo since Scott had owned it. Now, how old were you when you started moving forward in learning the banjo?
Well, I was interested along about 13, 14.
Okay.
I got a little banjo for Christmas and messed with that a little while. And
Yes.
then my uncle, like I said, he played two-fingered. He had a RB 100 that he had bought when he got out of, he was in the Marines and fought in World War II, Battle of Okinawa. But anyway, he bought a RB 100 in 1949, I believe, and then as years passed, it didn't suit his picking. And he had another banjo in sight in Johnson City, the pawn shop that he was wanting, but he had that banjo, you know. But lo and behold, his wife knocked it over. He had it in the corner. She knocked it over with a vacuum cleaner, broke the neck. So he immediately went and got the banjo he was wanting at the pawn shop. And he glued the neck back with Eastman glue at that time. That was the glue, Eastman glue.
Okay,
He worked at the Eastman.
Eastman, yeah, facility.
And then I bought the banjo off of him when I was 14 years old. I worked all week for the money,
Yes,
and I give him $20 for it. It was hard for
might as well have been a fortune.
40 hours of work, hard work.
Wow.
But anyway, that's
Yeah.
that story. Then of course I went on from there.
Sure. And you and I've shot some video prior Banjothons where you're playing the 20-hole flathead and the no-hole flathead that you own.
All right,
Right.
I got a RB 75, serial number 752-2, RB.
Yes,
And I got a RB Novo, serial number 9473-4.
yes. Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
good banjos.
Wonderful banjos. And you make them sound so good too. Take us through another one. Great.
That's a little rough.
A little Ruben fire there indeed.
Most of those banjos would learn to tune themselves and just stay in tune.
Well, you know, we got the repairman on the way.
That's it?
Boy, I'll tell you what,
Okay, we're making adjustments
he
on the fly here.
Right.
CD several years ago.
No, we're making them on the banjo. We're leaving the fly out of this.
Banjo cuts. And,
It's getting a good workout this weekend, that banjo is, yeah.
Bryant's studio in Nashville, and Alan played some banjo on it.
You got her?
But he,
Oh, yeah.
when we were doing the recording session, he played some tunes.
anybody wants a lesson on how to play Reuben, just go back and watch this time and time again, because there's so many subtle things that you're doing there that a lot of people just, they gloss over them, but you just play all the subtle pieces. That was the beauty of Earl. It's what he was doing that you heard for a moment, and then he went on.
Triple creek, the little choke on going up on that.
Yeah.
Are you gonna put me there or you leaving?
I think the jury is, but I'm not. Pretty.